Athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches through calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today.
Do you need an aggressive and persuasive criminal defense attorney in Contra Costa, Solano, or Napa County? Contact Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law. You can benefit from the dedicated advocacy of an attorney who's one of the rare criminal trial lawyers in the state to be a specialist certified by the California State Bar. Contact him at 707-427-2800. 707-427-2800. Vincent R. Maher at the Maher Law Group, a professional corporation.
Athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches through calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today.
Do you need an aggressive and persuasive criminal defense attorney in Contra Costa, Solano, or Napa County? Contact Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law. You can benefit from the dedicated advocacy of an attorney who's one of the rare criminal trial lawyers in the state to be a specialist certified by the California State Bar. Contact him at 707-427-2800. 707-427-2800. Vincent R. Maher at the Maher Law Group, a professional corporation.
You're watching the opening day tip-off marathon on NorCal Sports TV, presented by the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition. Also, Practice Timing, created by coaches for coaches. And Recruiting Boost, athletic college placement services. We'd also like to thank the Maher Law Group, as well as Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Head to str8sports.com for more, as well as Fit Go Pro, most delicious shake ever. We'd also like to thank our other partners, Subway, Max Preps, Pepsi, Presto Sports, Seadrills, Huddle, and Chris Cut Fidesz. We are about 1 minute away from tip-off here in another exciting basketball matchup on the location of Cosumnes River College on NorCal Sports TV. I'm Chris Ingledge, and joined with me for the rest of today's action is Alex Tasker. Alex, how you doing?
It's been a long day, buddy. I was here early, was sideline reporting for the early games, took the last game off. I got 3 more in me. You got 3 more?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's do it, buddy.
We'll pause here in the booth for about 30 seconds, and we'll be right back to action with the starting fives.
Javon Evans. Junior at guard, number 22, Albert Green. And the senior at guard, number 33, Jalen Roberts. Head coaches, Steve Manfred. Assistant coaches, Chris Emberly, Michael Lucina, and Ruth Collins.
Chris Ingledge and Alex Tasker on hand for today's action between Franklin and Los Lomas. And starting for Los Lomas is number 0, Nico Kiefer, number 10, Gordy Lindsay, number 21, Dom Barker, 32, David Tibbetts, and 33, Casey Capo. Alex, who is starting on the other end?
Well, for the Wildcats, they got Jason Blackman, Davion Wright, Javon Evans, Albert Green, and Jalen Roberts. That's the starting five for the Wildcats.
Wildcats taking on the Knights. Here we go. Wildcats with the opening possession. Wide open to get things started is a corner three off the mark. Here come the Knights. Lindsay picks his dribble up, finds Barker at the high post. They kick it back up top. Capo takes a dribble in, mid-range jumper, tickles the twine, and the Knights go up 2-0. And that pass was at the feet of Albert Green. He was not ready for it, and it sailed out of bounds.
Looks like Franklin's going to try to use their speed to their advantage today.
They're coming out in a full court press. Inbounds goes to Capo. Throws it right into traffic. Lindsay gets it inside to Barker. Here's a three on the way. Nothing but nylon for Gordon Lindsay.
That was a great release there on that three.
A nice backdoor cut. Open look for the Wildcats. Again, it falls short, but they get the offensive rebound. It's Roberts working in the post. He rises up for two off the back of the rim. And the Knights come up with it.
Well, Franklin moved the ball very well that time down the court.
Capo has it again. This time he barrels his way inside for two. 7-0 to start.
Shots falling quickly here for the Knights. Let's see if the Wildcats can get one this time down.
Roberts working again in the post. Backing his way down into the paint.
Oh, great pass.
Results in an open corner three off the mark.
Shots not dropping early here for Franklin. They got a lot of game, but you got to be worried quick.
Quick passing from the Knights. Open three on the way. Roberts, great box out, gets the rebound.
Roberts trying to use his size down there. Look out, corner three.
Wide open, and Wildcats on the board.
Davion, excuse me.
Lindsay again open for another three. Barely hit the rim. They come up with the offensive rebound.
I don't think the shot clock reset on that one.
No, it was one of those, it kind of looked like it was an air ball, but I think the trajectory of the ball off the miss, at least to me, signaled that it hit the rim.
Still 10 to play.
A deep three splashed in. Casey Capo. Another backdoor cut. They're going to say that's off of the foot of Albert Green.
Yeah, it looks about right. Catch your breath. This action's been frantic. We're almost 3 minutes in. Here comes first subs of the afternoon.
Ethan Miller subs in for Albert Green.
Good press from Franklin here.
Looks
like they're going to give it.
Yeah, he traveled.
Yep.
Lindsay was fighting in there, wanted a timeout called. Didn't get it in time, and subsequently turns it over.
It was Albert Green there on the pressure. Great job. Green, and then he had help from I believe it was Ethan Miller, the new guy on the court.
Making his presence felt. Still a 7-point deficit for these Wildcats. Wright hesitates, throws it inside to Roberts. Gathers himself and then goes up amongst the trees and comes up with an offensive rebound.
Oh, he's got to do it all himself there today.
Goes right back to the post, calls his own number, and puts it in.
Get your rebound, get your points. Big man, 3-3 with the... Doing it all today.
Padding those stats with those rebounds. Cross-court pass to Lindsay. Tipped out.
Franklin ball.
Wildcats possession.
Telling you, Roberts is all over the court. I'm exhausted watching him right now. He's going up. He's getting his rebounds. The shots haven't been dropping yet. We'll see if that can adjust as this game goes along.
Here come the Wildcats now. Javon Evans bringing it up the court. Here's Evans trying to turn the corner. Gets inside, kicks it back out. They want Roberts down low. They get it to him. Excellent ball movement from the Wildcats results in a wide open three from Javon Evans.
That full court press from Franklin's really starting to make its presence felt.
Tibbetts gets a second look at another three, and this time he converts.
Second chance points going to make a huge difference in this game.
Quickly up with it the other way. Three for the Wildcats off the mark. Capo with the rebound, and he has it poked from behind, except Barker's able to come up with it. Saves a would-be turnover.
There's the foul.
Capo got bopped on the head on his way up.
Davion Wright is going to get called on that one.
And we'll see.
Well, it looks like Blackman.
First foul, foul number 33, Casey Capo. Correction. Jalen Roberts, first foul.
And he converts on his first free throw. Pushes the lead out to 14-8.
Correction. The foul is called on Jazz Blackman. First foul.
So Jazz Blackman. A couple of corrections there from the
I don't want to
table,
say I was right. I was right before the announcer, but
and the second freebie is up and in for Capo. That pass was read like a book, plucked away and stolen by Don Barker.
I think it got a little tip there.
Elbow jumper off the front of the rim, rebounded by Johnson. Here's Evans. Another great possession of a lot of ball movement.
Franklin's been having great ball movement all here in the first quarter. The shots just aren't dropping for him yet. Good drive.
Inside. Nice offensive rebound by Malik Johnson. He puts it in.
Malik Johnson's fired up, and he should be. Went up with authority. Grab that one. Oh, easy turnover there.
They come up with the steal. Do they get 2 more points off of it?
Oh, it's going to be a reach.
Yeah, on number 32.
I think that's Tibbetts there.
Yeah, David Tibbetts. And Franklin slowly now crawling back into this game after trailing by quite a bit after an onslaught from the Knights.
Speed and defense making the difference here for Franklin. If their field goal percentage can go up, I mean, we could have for ourselves a real good game today.
Johnson gets the inbounds pass, working on the high post. Gets inside, goes up with his left, offensive foul. Gordon Lindsay.
If we take another look at that, you'll see he was leaning on him there.
Kiefer to inbounds after drawing the charge.
Wildcats have 4 in the front court here. Look at the pressure they're putting on.
They're going to have to get it across. They
They call it.
They don't. The pass was made right as the whistle blew. 10-second violation. Yeah, all kinds of pressure. 4 defenders there in the backcourt.
Incredible. The Knights had nowhere to move the ball there.
They just had that deer in the headlights kind of look. And it stalled them enough for the turnover. Excellent move in the paint. Ben Dyer was unable to convert. Here's Capo, the big fella, bringing it up the court. Some smooth dribbling. Draws the foul on Dyer.
I mean, we go back to that last possession by Franklin there. And again, you bring it up, the field goal percentage. The easy shots are not going home.
First foul, number 13, Ben Dyer.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're missing the wide open jump shots and threes, you kind of work with that. But when you're missing the gimme layups, it's still only down by 5. Capo thought about the step back, kicks it to Lindsay. Lindsay picks his dribble up, turns around, tries to float one in, unable to do so.
3 Wildcats in the paint for the rebound there. Good job getting back on defense.
Into the corner. Johnson wants it. Players getting tangled up. Jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Knights.
Oh, hold on.
And it looks like Davion.
He's grabbing his,
right, yeah.
Either his face or his wrist there. You hate to see it at this stage.
Javon Evans is subbing in for Davion Wright, and gotta hope that young fella's okay.
Well, we'll see if we can't get an update and see if he can check back in a little bit later. Right now he looks real shooken up.
It looks like he's clutching at his right eye. Wonder if he got poked in the eye.
Oof. That doesn't feel good, Chris.
Never fun. Knights with possession. And a 5-point lead with 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Has nearly turned it over, but they get it inside to Capo, working in the short corner.
I think Knights got away with that one. Capo looked like he threw his opponent across the court there.
And Capo goes up with the left, pushes the lead to 7.
Casey Capo for 2.
Johnson's working in the post. He wants it.
There's that ball movement by Franklin again, Chris.
Working it around the horn. Blackman goes up, was bumped. No foul is called. No shot clock, as we have 20 seconds left.
Capo's going to slow it down, try to run one last play. Oh, there he is, he's calling it.
Five seconds left for the Knights. Here's Lindsay. Wise a 3, knocks it in at the horn. As the Knights go up 20-10 to close out the first quarter.
Clutch ups by Cooper Wise there. Had a lane, had a step, threw it up, and it rattles home.
And we'll be back to action here with the second quarter. It's a 20-10 ball game here on NorCal Sports TV. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, they help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish to ultimately help them earn scholarship opportunities. Recruiting Boost does not rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, they have direct contacts with college coaches all across the country via calls, text, and social media. Contact them today at recruitingboostexposure.com. You can also find them on Twitter and Instagram at Recruiting Boost.
Well, before we get back into the action here, I think we're looking over here at Davion Wright. If we can get a camera on him on the sideline, he's receiving some medical attention. Looks like one of the assistant coaches is there with the head trainer. And definitely giving some attention to that right eye.
Yeah, we saw him got tangled up with Nico Kiefer on a jump ball on this close end of the court, right at the mid-court line. And he is still over there on the training table. Hope he is okay.
Well, 10-point advantage here for the Knights.
And the Wildcats are getting the opportunities. It's just a matter of whether or not they can convert on their open looks because their ball movement, it's there and it's creating open shots.
Well, it's not just the ball movement. It's the defense. It's the full court press that they're putting on. There goes one right now.
And Malik Johnson was calling for it throughout the tail end of that first quarter. Finally gets a post touch, and it results in 2 points.
Franklin was also taking a lot of shots from the perimeter there that first quarter. Maybe if they work it more towards the paint.
Lindsay fires a deep three, but they come up with the offensive rebound.
Great rebound there. I believe that was Barker.
Now 1-on-3 down low. He still came up with it. Lindsay turns the corner, kicks it back out. Kiefer tries his hand at a deep one. It's good.
Splash City, Kiefer.
11-point lead. Evans, nice move to create some space. Too strong off the glass. Capo with the rebound.
They're starting to abandon that full court press now, kind of ready to sit in the paint.
A lot of contact on the way up, and a charge is called.
And that's the right call there. No,
Malik Johnson just stood his ground down in the paint.
It looks like he was a little shaken up on that one, too. He's
Who wouldn't be?
his head. Oh, no. You got to stand there and take a full-grown, well, I don't want to say full-grown, but a young man charging at you at that speed? No thanks.
Evans calling out the play. Gets it back to Johnson at the high post. Pump fakes, goes up again. Counted, and the foul for Malik Johnson. He pounds his chest, says, let's go.
Chris, he's fired up, and he should be.
Absolutely.
Saw the lane, initiated the contact, got the foul. Count the bucket.
A chance to continue to cut into this deficit as he tries to convert on the three-point play. And he does just that.
That's going to help the cause for Franklin there.
And David Tibbetts re-enters the game. Subs in for Kiefer. Knights able to cross the timeline.
Looks like Franklin's trying to run a modified 2-3 zone there on defense. The man wasn't working for him earlier.
Wise rises up on the floater. A little out of control on the shot. It's off the mark. Here comes Franklin with it. Attacking the lane and drawing the foul is Ethan Miller. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, he saw the mismatch there in the paint, and he tried to take advantage of it. Ball couldn't drop, but great run there by Miller.
And Dustin Marquardt will sub in for the Knights. As
See
Miller
who comes out for him.
knocks in his first. Cooper Wise.
Wise hit that big three-pointer there at the end of the first quarter.
That was a huge bucket to put them up by 10. Now the Wildcats doing all they can to claw their way back. Tipped around. I believe that's going to be Franklin basketball, and it is.
Good hustle there. I believe that was 23 there. It was Ethan Miller.
Yeah, off the shot. Recognized the miss was coming right back to him. Batted it off of a Knights defender. And the chance to add more points on this possession. Evans rises up. Too strong. Didn't have the angle to use the backboard, and a bump foul called.
No, that's just a silly foul there on Evans. The rest of his team was already back on defense, so it's just not heads up.
The fourth team foul. Both teams now with 4.
Capo just runs right past him there.
Yeah, and kicks it out for an open 3 off the mark.
Transition.
Miller. They're trying to draw the charge. Acting job doesn't get the ref's attention, and Miller comes away with 2 more points. It's a 5-point ball game.
Here's that full court press again.
Evans has to watch himself. That's close body contact on Capo. A deep 2 on the way off the back of the rim. Chased down by Johnson.
Look out for the Wildcats. They've got momentum. 2 straight buckets. Can they get a third?
Miller gets it to the corner. Nice ball movement. Sound like a broken record with these Wildcats on offense. I'm loving it.
Hey, if the passing's that good, you got to point it out.
Johnson, a spin move in the lane.
Oh.
Tries to power it in off the glass. Too strong.
Power move in the post. Didn't get the bounce. Here comes the Knights in transition.
And Capo traveled with it.
Yeah, that plant foot started to move. Good on the line judge there to pick it up. You know, momentum's a funny thing in sports.
It's a real thing.
Gonna move quick here.
Jalen Roberts and Jacob Thomas Young re-enter the game for the Wildcats. Here's Blackman, hands it off to Young. Comes off the screen from Roberts. Trying to ISO him in the post. A lot of contact, no whistle. He sends it back up top to Evans, reestablishing down low. Lindsey close to double.
That's
And now the whistle comes, yeah. It's David Tibbetts just wrestling with Jalen Roberts down in the post.
And that's right after you check back in. You're going to hate that if you're head coach Rockwell there.
Evans on the inbounds.
As we look at the replay again there was the three-point play that we had from Malik Johnson.
And they're going to get an offensive foul called on Roberts. The push-off extending on Kiefer on his back.
And we talked about missed opportunities early for the Wildcats. That's definitely going to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball off the foul in your own side of the court, and you give it away before you even put the ball back in play.
Kiefer gets it into the corner. They send it back up top. Here's Lindsey. He rises up. And it's another charge. This time it's Ethan Miller. Check that, Albert Green for the Wildcats. Taking the contact.
Do a quick check of Davion right there. Looks like he's in a little bit less pain, but the doctor's still taking a look at him here.
Yeah, doing some of those eye tests with the finger, almost like concussion protocol type stuff.
Interesting to see how much contact if we have a replay of it. There's that passing again by Franklin.
Evans gets it in, a little give and go action to Roberts. He calls his own number. Green comes up with the loose ball, and he puts it in.
Roberts too strong, but Green with the rebound. Little ball movement, nifty to the rack.
Marquardt able to get it across. The double team comes. They find Kiefer.
That's a good pickup there.
Kiefer drives baseline.
Oh, what
Could have been another charge. They don't call it. And the straight-on three is good by Dustin Marquardt.
Great pass there by Marquardt. We've been talking about Franklin's ball movement. The Knights have not had bad ball movement either.
Nice backdoor cut.
Again.
Evans open on the other end for three. He buries it.
Splash City. Jaylon Evans.
5-second violation on the inbounds. And the Wildcats now with a chance to cut the deficit to 1 or tie this game up at 26.
You talk about a broken record. Momentum's a funny thing in sports. Franklin was down 10.
Yeah, down
5
10
minutes ago. Now they're on the brink of tying this one up. Better call that one on the floor there.
I believe that'll be Capo.
I believe that's his first or second. Nope, it's on Roberts.
Interesting.
Okay.
So 16 fouls apiece, and that's Roberts' first foul.
Sometimes even we need help, Chris. It's been a long day for us up here.
Here's Lindsey. Picks his dribble up. Marquardt
And
pass
in on
into the
defense.
corner, stolen away. Here come the Wildcats. It's a 4-on-2. Johnson skies up for the offensive rebound. They sneak it right back down. He lays it in. Thought about the dunk and calmly just dropped it in.
1 point game, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout from Las Lomas.
In the blink of an eye, it is a 1 point game, 26-25.
The crowd's loving it here, Chris.
Advantage Knights.
You know, we were treated to a great last game there between Whitney and the name escapes me because I'm exhausted. But we're in for an even better one right now.
This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition. And Practice Timing, created by coaches for coaches. And Recruiting Boost, Athletic College Placement Services. And we'd also like to thank the Maher Law Group. As well as Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Go to str8sports.com for more. We'd also like to thank Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shakes ever. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the half. A 10-point lead is now dwindled down to 1. Kiefer has it, guarded by Evans. Nearly lost the handle going behind the back, but he eventually corrals it. Hands it back off to Capo. Their offense runs through him. There he is coming off the screen, and it's a moving screen. And the Knights turn it over.
A lot of simple mistakes there for Las Lomas the last couple possessions, kind of giving Franklin the door to kind of walk back into this game.
Now a chance to take the lead on this possession, or tie if they go to the free throw line. Green left his feet. Johnson able to come up with the ball, and he shuffled his pivot foot. Knights take possession.
That's got to be disappointing if you're Johnson there. He's trying to play his physical game, and he couldn't get it going.
Mind is going a little bit faster than the body. That happens sometimes.
You can use me as Exhibit A. Guilty of that all the time.
Capo spins, goes with the left.
Oh, sweet move.
Scoop and score.
Sweet move by Capo with the left off the glass. Little kiss.
Blackman gets inside. Pulls things back. Here's Green. They reset things to Jazz Blackman.
Couple subs ready for Las Lomas' next stoppage here.
They hand it off. They kick it back up top. Mishandled. Unforced errors. Well, those will give coaches nightmares.
You know, we've been talking about the ball movement from Franklin. The last couple possessions, that has stalled to molasses-like conditions for their ball movement. Hanging on to it, lazy passing. And just as quickly as Las Lomas opens the door, Franklin might have just shut it back.
A chance to extend the lead to a two-possession game.
Under a minute, too, Chris.
And last time these Knights closed out the first quarter in excellent fashion as Cameron Wise hit a three to put his team up by double figures. Lindsay goes against the screen, hands it off to Wise. Back to Lindsay. Capo's open. He gets it. Gives a hesitation. Slings it back to Kiefer. He lines up for a straight-on three, and it's good.
Great movement between Wise and Kiefer on the far side of the three-point arch there. Had defenders guessing for Franklin.
Shot clock is turned off. 6-point game. Evans guarded by Kiefer.
Now ball movement has slowed to a stop now. Nobody's moving their feet.
And Kiefer called for the hand check foul. Gotta love the kid's intensity, though. He's bringing it on both ends of the floor. Hits the three and then is just doing his best to D up Evans, but he drew the foul, and he's now at the free throw line because of it. And as soon as the foul occurred, Capo looked at Kiefer and pointed to the clock and said, "No, the clock."
Yeah, Capo's definitely running that offense and that team right now. Not only is their biggest player out there, but just he's got the good basketball IQ out there right now.
Oh, yeah. Evans good on his first. Here comes the second. And the lefty knocks it down. Cuts the lead back down to 4.
Capo's probably going to take this last one.
Kicks it back to Wise. He fires up another 3.
Oh!
Like he closed out the first quarter. He does so here again in the second, knocking down a deep trifecta.
Oh, so Wise from the three-point arc. 2 buzzer beaters in the first half. Puts his team up big.
How about it? What a way to close out the first half. 34-27, advantage Knights.
Boy, we're in for a treat today.
Practice timing is created by coaches for coaches. Practice timing helps you create, store, and time your practices. Practices are timed on coaches' phones, in our app with push notifications to remind coaches of transitions with notes and messaging. The user interface is easy to use with a drag and drop feature, copies practices, stores all previous activities and practices. Never use paper or any other expensive, bulky, hard-to-see timers again. Check out practice timing.
Check out practicetiming.com or email us at info@practicetiming.com for further details.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches through calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today.
Do you need an aggressive and persuasive criminal defense attorney in Contra Costa, Solano, or Napa County? Contact Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law. You can benefit from the dedicated advocacy of an attorney who's one of the rare criminal trial lawyers in the state to be a specialist certified by the California State Bar. Contact him at 707-427-2800. 707-427-2800. Vincent R. Maher at the Maher Law Group, a professional corporation.
Family is one of the most important things in this life.
And every family deserves to be happy in a home, just like we are in our home.
A house is just walls, but a home is everything and all the life that's lived in between.
thought I was playing?
Finds Barker at the high post. They kick it back up top. Capo takes a dribble in. Lindsay gets it inside to Barker. Here's a three on the way.
Move the ball very well that time down the court.
Capo has it again. This time he barrels an air ball, but I think the trajectory of the ball off the miss, at least to me, signaled that it hit the rim.
Still 10 to play.
A deep gathers himself and then goes up amongst the trees and comes up with an offensive rebound.
Oh, he's got to do it all himself there today.
And kicks it back out. They want Roberts down low. They get it to him. Excellent ball movement from the wide.
But full court press from Franklin's really starting to make its presence felt.
Tibbetts gets a second look at another three.
He threw his opponent across the court there.
And Capo goes up with the left, pushes. 5 seconds left for the Knights. Here's Lindsay. Wise a three, knocks it in.
Ball movement, it's the defense, it's the full court press that they're putting on. There goes one right now.
And Malik Johnson was called to play. Gets it back to Johnson at the high post. Pump fakes, goes up again, counted, and the foul for Malik Johnson. He pounds his, and kicks it out for an open three off the mark.
Transition.
Miller. They're trying to draw the charge. Giving go action to Roberts. He calls his own number. Green comes up with the loose ball, and he puts it in.
Roberts.
Kiefer drives baseline.
Oh, what
could have been another charge. They don't call it.
The Knights have not had bad ball movement either.
Nice backdoor cut.
Again.
Evans open on the other end for three. He buries it. Johnson skies up for the offensive rebound. They sneak it right back down. He lays it in.
All the time.
Capo spins, goes with the left.
Oh, sweet
Scoop
move.
it. Capo's open. He gets it. Gives a hesitation. Slings it back to Kiefer. He lines up for a straight on three, and it's good.
Capo's probably going to take this last one.
Kicks it back to Wise. He fires up another three. Oh! Up. Finds Barker at the high post. They kick it back up top. Capo takes a dribble in. Lindsay gets it inside to Barker. Here's a three on the way.
Move the ball very well that time down the court.
Capo has it again. This time he barrels an air ball, but I think the trajectory of the ball off the miss, at least to me, signaled that it hit the rim.
Still 10 to play.
A deep gathers himself and then goes up amongst the trees and comes up with an offensive rebound.
Oh, he's got to do it all himself there today.
And kicks it back out. They want Roberts down low. They get it to him. Excellent ball movement from the wide.
But full court press from Franklin's really starting to make its presence felt.
Tibbetts gets a second look at another three.
Good
Blackman
drive.
Inside. Nice offensive rebound to Capo working in the short corner.
I think Knights got away with that one. Capo looked like he threw his opponent across the court there.
And Capo goes up with the left, pushes. 5 seconds left for the Knights. Here's Lindsay. Wise a three, knocks it in.
Ball movement, it's the defense, it's the full court press that they're putting on. There goes one right now.
And Malik Johnson was called to play. Gets it back to Johnson at the high post. Pump fakes, goes up again, counted, and the foul for Malik Johnson. He pounds his, and kicks it out for an open three off the mark.
Transition.
Miller. They're trying to draw the charge. Giving go action to Roberts. He calls his own number. Green comes up with the loose ball, and he puts it in.
Roberts.
Kiefer drives baseline.
Oh, what
could have been another charge. They don't call it.
The Knights have not had bad ball movement either.
Nice
There
backdoor
it is
cut.
again.
Evans open on the other end for three. He buries it. Johnson skies up for the offensive rebound. They sneak it right back down. He lays it in.
All the time.
This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition, as well as practice timing, created by coaches for coaches, and Recruiting Boost, Athletic College Placement Services, and the Maher Law Group. We'd also like to thank Straight Sports Custom Uniforms. Go to str8sports.com for more, as well as Fit Pro Go, most delicious shakes ever. And we'd also like to thank Subway, Max Preps, Pepsi, Presto Sports, Seadrills, Huddle, and Chris Cut Fadez.
I think that's Fades, Chris.
Fades, thank you.
Said it earlier.
Chris
I'm
Cut
like,
Fades. Oh, yeah. Sometimes, you're just reading it and you're not really, yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
In fact, speaking of a fade, I think I need to head down there after this.
I'm right there with you.
Fast-paced, frantic first half, Chris.
Horn sounds and players breaking their huddle, and we are ready for the second half of action where the Knights are leading the Wildcats 34-27.
This one seems to basically kind of feel to fly by.
Yeah.
The fast-paced action, both sides, the ball movement. The defense has been good. Offense has been good, too. We'll see if we can't keep this action up the second half.
It'll be the Wildcats with the first possession. And look who's out there on the floor. Number 3, Davion Wright. That is a good sight to see after that hit he took to the head. It looked like he got something with his eye. I'm not sure what.
Could have hit his orbital bone. Could have hit, you were brought up in the first half. Could have been a concussion protocol, it almost seemed like. But you're definitely happy to see the young man back on the court.
Orbital bone. The way I found out what that was my senior year of high school. I fractured it playing flag football.
Well, you don't think fractures would happen too often in flag football. But
no, but when you take a shoulder to the orbital bone,
hey,
it does. Just glad it wasn't my eyeball.
And for those who had orbital bone in the NorCal tip-off marathon bingo, you're welcome.
So it's the Knights with the first possession. The way Evans was approaching the ref, I thought they were going to take the inbounds. Capo quickly got doubled. Had to get it to his open teammate.
Capo's just a monster out
they're
there.
Doubling him on the touch, and that creates some spaces. Tibbetts knocks down the open three.
Lomas Knights are killing the Wildcats with the 3-ball.
Evans gets inside and picks his dribble up. They reset the offense back up top. 15 on the shot clock.
That pump fake went nowhere. Great defense there.
Now there's under 10. Here's Evans coming off the screen. And a late whistle with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
I go back to the possession Evans had on the far side of the court there. Lindsay did a great job staying with him even after the pump fake crossover. Waiting to hear who the foul was on this side. I don't think we're going to get it before we get back in action. We don't.
Inbounds goes to Evans. He rises up, goes up with the left hand on the right side and puts it in.
You gotta love seeing the kids doing the fundamentals well. Layups, not going for the contact. That was Don Barker on the foul.
And a 10-second violation called once again.
Second one of this game. Franklin bringing back that pressure. I'm kind of amazed they went away from it late there in the first half.
Green inbounds it to Evans. Wright has it now. Roberts posting up on the block. Well defended by Capo. Pardon me, that is
Marquardt.
Yeah, on the post defense. And the whistle blows and another foul is called.
I think they're going to call that one on Yeah, they're going to call that one on Parker. I think that's his fourth. No, they're going to give it to Mark Watt.
Evans gets it into Green. Wildcats trail by 8. Roberts working in the post. Spins around, finds his open teammate wide open for the straight-on 3, but Wright gets the offensive rebound, finds Evans, clobbered on his way up, counted, and the foul.
Ooh, that was sweet there, Chris. Initiate the contact, get the kiss off the glass, count it.
How about the hang time from Evans?
That was
he
impressive.
Just levitated.
See if he can't make a three-point play here. No.
Capo with the rebound. Quickly gets doubled. Anytime he touches the ball, he is getting doubled. And he avoids another 10-second violation call, and he calls timeout.
Yeah, Coach Rockwell is not a happy man. That's 2 possessions in a row that they've had just been swallowed up on their own side of the court.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, they help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish to ultimately help them earn scholarship opportunities. Recruiting Boost does not rely on cold calls or large databases. Instead, they have direct contacts with college coaches all across the country via calls, text, and social media. You can contact them today at recruitingboostexposure.com, and you can also find them on Twitter and Instagram at Recruiting Boost. 6:04 left to play in the third period. 37-31, Knights have the advantage.
3 fouls on the Knights here, not on the Wildcats so far.
Swing it into the short corner. They kick it back up top to Capo. Gives a fake handoff. He fooled me, but it's swatted away by Roberts. And Lindsay on cleanup duty puts it in.
That's great effort on both sides of the ball there. You give Roberts the credits there on the block. Los Lomas staying with it, but Lindsay. Ooh.
How about the move from Davion Wright? Little shimmy here, a shimmy there, and 2 points on the shot. And Capo, he was out of bounds. Wildcats with the momentum.
Yeah, we were talking about Capo's basketball IQ there in the first half.
Yep.
That I don't think he could have planned for.
That was just a bang-bang play.
Mm-hmm.
Wright takes his hand out of 3. Evans with the rebound.
Good offensive rebound for Franklin there. Keep the momentum on their side of the court.
Evans working on Capo. Bit of a size mismatch.
They got to move their feet here. 15 to shoot.
They call the play. He calls his own number. Elbow jumper off the back iron.
There's Capo with another one. Here comes the press. They have 3 seconds.
Yeah, they are glued to these players.
Another one.
Another 10-second violation. That is 3 in this game, 2 in this quarter.
That's just incredible. Incredible defense from the Wildcats.
Defense is on them like white on rice. They are glued to them.
Definitely props Coach Manfredi there. Still a 6-point game, however.
Here's Green. Sends it back up top, right. A little stop and go action, gives it back to Green. Capo guarding him. Little inside out dribble, slings it past to Evans. Catch and shoot 3 on the right side. Green tracks down the offensive rebound. He fires a 3 and he knocks it down.
What an effort from Green on that possession. Found the open man, gets a rebound, throws up the 3.
It looked like it could have been a shoulder check on Capo. They don't call it.
Capo's getting physical out there. So is Los Lomas. There's the travel.
And the Knights turn it over, and the Wildcats a chance to tie or cut the deficit to 1.
That's 3 straight possessions now. They haven't even gotten a shot off. I don't think they've had a solid shot opportunity other than the 3 they made.
They've been lucky to cross the volleyball line.
Other than the 3 they made in the far corner,
Yeah.
I don't think they've had a chance the rest of this quarter.
They reset it up top to right.
You got to feel good to have that kid back in the game if you're head coach Manfredi there.
They like to run their play at about 15 seconds each time. Really using the clock.
7 to shoot here. Got to do something.
Wright steps back for a deep 2. His foot was on the line. Airballed out of bounds. Interesting to see the Wildcats' offensive attack here once they get it beyond the half-court line and they set things up. They have 1 up top, 4 down low across the baseline, and they don't really start running any sort of a set until about 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, we go back to that ball movement they had in the first half where there was a lot of pass, a lot of weave, a lot of working it down to the corner and then into the post. Doesn't seem to have it so far here in the second half.
And that's how you beat a press. Quick, efficient ball movement. Lindsay goes up with the left hand. Offensive rebound.
Oh.
And his coach was open. His teammate had to track it down.
Too strong on the layup opportunity. He couldn't find his teammate there on the inbound.
Yeah, Conrad with a nice play to be there for the offensive rebound. He just mishandled it.
That's 5 straight possessions where it's just been tough for Las Lomas to do anything. The Knights need to find some sort of momentum and quick, or else Franklin's going to introduce themselves back into this game, rather.
Going right, straddling that out-of-bounds line. Green takes his hand at a deep 3. Heck of a save there by Johnson. Oh, my goodness. Finds Wright, a corner 3. Too strong.
Look at the effort from the Wildcats. They're everywhere. The Knights are a piece of raw meat, and the Wildcats are
they're pouncing. Blackman crosses up on Conrad, gets inside.
Too strong.
Conrad with the rebound.
Look at Capo with the
Capo,
moves.
step back, 3, short. Whistle blows. That's going to be on Elijah Conrad.
I want to go back to right there on the Franklin possession there. Some of the moves he's putting out there, he's creating open looks. But we go back to the first quarter when the shots aren't dropping for the Wildcats. You got to think the Wildcats would have wanted to at least tie this one up with the amount of possessions you're getting.
Yeah.
Because that's been the first good look the Knights have had since first minute of the third quarter. Speaking of, there's your man.
Right, guarded by Kiefer. Evans gives a head fake, goes inside, strong off the glass. The defense was straight up. Off of the legs of Davion Wright.
The movement was better that possession, but still I don't think enough to create those open looks for the Wildcats. Here comes that pressure again. Reach! Oh! I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it looked like Wright had some cookies on that one, but they're going to say there was contact.
Foul number 3. Davion Wright.
Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Knights still hanging on to that lead, 39-36.
And we've seen a defensive masterclass today, Chris.
We're seeing it again. He's going to have to cross the timeline.
I don't think he got that.
That was close. And he finds Lindsay inside. That was as close as it gets.
I've seen that called both ways today, Chris.
Right to Johnson.
Easy as you like. Great pass by Wright in the paint. Johnson up strong. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here.
I think that's going to be a foul.
Is it a foul? It is.
On Blackman. Got Kiefer in the face.
Tibbetts checks it for Las Lomas.
Capo to inbounds. Gets it into Kiefer. And he lost the handle off his leg, turned it over.
Ready for that broken record? Momentum is a funny thing in sports. and there has been little to none for the Knights this half.
And now we get the timeout. You saw it coming before
It's
it happened.
the broadcaster curse. That's exactly what it is, Chris.
41-38, a little over a minute left to play here in the third period. This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition. Practice timing created by coaches for coaches. And Recruiting Boost, Athletic College Placement Services. And we'd also like to thank the Maher Law Group. And Straight Sports Custom Uniforms, go to str8sports.com for more. As well as Fit Pro Grow, most delicious shake ever.
I had one of those Fit Pro Goes the other day. Get yourself a chocolate one. Those are delicious. Hey, there's protein in it. Felt good about myself after that workout. It's not often I get a milkshake after a workout.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Hey.
Green wants it in the corner. He gets it. Fires to three. And he
Bang.
puts it in. Tie ball game.
Oh, and a foul quickly. I think that's going to be on Evans, number 11.
Gotta like the tenacity on defense. Just a little too much contact for the refs' liking.
Well, Franklin still has a foul to give here in this this half, so I don't want to say no harm, no foul, but no harm, little foul. Little personal.
Under a minute to play. Tie ball game.
You know, Capo, for a big guy, has got great moves with his hands.
Goes behind the back, rises up for two, right with the rebound.
Up strong, big pass.
Evans.
They're going to call him on the walk there. That was a great pass from Wright. Caught him right in his route. Somebody tell him football season ended a couple weeks ago, though.
And Kiefer's able to cross the timeline.
20 to play.
Here's Capo working on Evans. Looks like they're trying to play for the final shot. We'll see where they go.
Look, there's Wise. You got to think he's going to get the stroke here. 7 to shoot.
Slings it over to Kiefer. He fires a three. Off the back of the rim. Tipped around. And Green gets the rebound and calmly sets the ball at half court. We're all tied up at 41 as we approach the fourth quarter.
Right where we started, Chris. Could you ask for a better game?
Oh, not at all. This is phenomenal. I'm glad that we're the ones on the call for it.
Oh, man, we are in for a treat the rest of the night.
Athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches through calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today.
Lauren, what's your last name? Goodman, thank you.
And we're back for the fourth and what might be the final quarter. Who knows? We may have overtime. But, Alex, why don't you recap today's action?
Well, Keith Jogonatis, Dustin Paget, and Lauren Goodman brought us all the calls early. San Lorenzo beat West Campus. Whitney beat Clayton Valley Charter in a close one. Carmel absolutely stomped Liberty Ranch. And Spanish Springs with the big win over Folsom. They had to play a little earlier because they got that snowstorm coming in. But they got out of here early and with the win. Happy times there.
Yeah, originally I think I was slated to be on the call for that game, and I got the last-minute notice that it flip-flopped, so I had to rearrange all my notes for that game.
You know, I know it was early, and I thought I was the one. I'm like, well, wait, hold on. It should be Whitney and Clayton Valley here. Why am I speaking to Folsom's head coach?
Just give me basketball and I'm a happy camper.
Oh, absolutely. And we've been in 7 great games, plus another 7 on NorCal Sports TV down in the Bay.
Evans a step back through with the shot clock dwindling, and he buries it.
What a way to start the 4th quarter.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think that might be the first lead of the game.
I was thinking the exact same thing there, Chris. Great minds think alike. That's the first lead of the game for the Wildcats.
Kiefer passes it to the corner. Tibbetts sends it right back.
That's a risky pass from Tibbetts.
Tibbetts a corner 3, trying to answer. Offensive rebound. Tibbetts in the paint. Oh, that one rolls just off the rim. Johnson with a big rebound.
Tibbetts had a few good opportunities there. Good passing, a couple good shots. Nothing could fall there.
Here's Wright. Gets inside, throws it off the leg of the defender into the hands of Blackman now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Wright gets inside, kicks it back up top. There's that nice ball movement from the Wildcats, and that opens up Albert Green as he converts on his left-handed layup.
Green had the lane through the paint, left hand off the glass, put it in the book for 2.
.5-0 run to open up the 4th quarter.
Defense still remaining strong, and so they got plenty of gas in the tank.
Kiefer a catch-and-shoot 3. Oh, flirted with going down, but decided against it. Evans to the corner to Blackman. Look at the passing from the Wildcats. Green chases down his offensive rebound, draws a foul on Kiefer. Unreal effort on display from the Wildcats.
Action, 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 both ends of the court. Huge pass, save in the far corner. Way to draw the foul. Wise is going to come off here.
Blackman like a wide receiver on that back line of the end zone.
He went full Odell there. He reached back, brought it back onto the court. Incredible action.
They get it into Blackman. Crosses up, goes to his left. Right, wide open for a 3. Off the front of the rim, Lindsay with the rebound.
There you go, Capo here. Capo the captain.
I'm not really sure where the foul occurred.
I think they're going to call it on.
I think Evans.
Good call there, Chris. It was. Legal contact, I think, is the call on it.
Had his hand on his hip for a split second, just enough to draw the foul.
For the most part, the Zebras have been letting him play, but they saw something they didn't like there. Capo's going to get his own rebound.
He's triple teamed in the post. Roberts blocks it. And they swing it over to Kiefer. Another catch and shoot 3. Out of bounds. Lindsay watches it go out as he knew it was off of a Wildcat defender.
Had me fooled. I thought that was off of the Knights there.
Same here. He must have just sold it.
Hey. When in doubt, hands up.
A last second sub here for the Wildcats.
It's like Jacob Young's going to make room or come in here, and Javon Evans going to make room for him.
As Evans has 3 fouls with 5 minutes left to play.
Get him a quick minute, quick breather. They'll probably use him within the last 3. Ooh, that's a risky inbound pass.
Kiefer spins on his way up to get it. A little pirouette action. Capo with it going ISO. Spins. Off the mark.
Too strong from Capo there. Just abusing his way to the paint, though.
Green lines up for a straight-on 3. Kiefer with the big rebound.
That was a deep 3. He shot that one from Galt.
Into the corner. Tibbetts. He knocks it down.
One possession game, Chris. Great corner 3. Quick in the transition. Looks like Franklin's going to try to slow it down here.
Here comes the high screen. Nope, they pass it to Roberts instead. He ball fakes. Double team is there. They swing it around, finding the open teammate, but the defense is able to reset.
They got Young wide open if they can get him the ball. There they go.
Green Pump fakes, right, corner, 3, on the way. Roberts with another big rebound.
They're going to call jump ball on that.
Jump ball, and they're going the other way.
Manfredi was trying to get the timeout in. He couldn't get it off. Here's a replay of it.
Another look at that big 3 from Tibbetts. Making it a one-possession game. Kiefer barely gets it in, tipped out of bounds by Blackman.
Halfway home in the fourth quarter. Anyone's game still.
Malik Johnson subbing in for Jalen Roberts.
Roberts, great effort there on that last possession for Franklin.
And a quick breather from Evans is now over as he's back on the floor for Jacob Young.
Young with good effort out there, too, the little time that he played. Here's that full court press.
And a timeout called by the Knights.
Almost a fourth 10-second violation.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I've said this before, as close as you could get. And the coach was able to get it in time.
And in a one-possession game, every possession matters. Oh, my goodness.
Need an aggressive and persuasive criminal defense attorney in Contra Costa, Solano, or Napa County? Contact Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law. You can benefit from the dedicated advocacy of an attorney who's one of the rare criminal trial lawyers in the state to be a specialist certified by the California State Bar. Contact him at 707-427-2800. 707-427-2800. Vincent R. Maher at the Maher Law Group, a professional corporation.
This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by our sponsors, Subway, Max Preps, Pepsi, Presto Sports, Seadrills, Huddle, and Chris Cut Fade.
There it is, Chris. Third time's a charm.
The man I need to go pay a visit to.
Oh, you and I both. I am feeling a little shaggy today.
Three minutes and 56 seconds left. The Wildcats with the lead, 46-44. They took their first lead early in the fourth quarter.
Right as we began, first possession of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Albert Green knocked down a trifecta. And they've been in control ever since.
Still close.
Albeit, yeah, it's only a 2-point game.
Cannot count out Las Lomas. Easy for me to say.
And Tibbetts!
His second tray in a row.
Puts his team up by 1.
Giving him plenty of room there at the top.
Green with a brief hesitation and then sends it back to Evans. Here's Evans working on the ISO. Kicks it to the corner to Blackman.
Good movement, good movement.
And Green.
He walked.
Took off before he put the ball on the deck. That's a travel every time.
Unless you're James Harden. Sorry, Kings fan in me had to get that one out.
Hey, Kings with the big overtime win over the Nuggets today.
You gotta love it.
Holding another team under 100 points.
You got to quote a certain other broadcaster in the Sacramento area. It was a dandy. Ooh.
And Kiefer hits the deck hard, comes up with it. And another timeout called by the Knights.
Yeah, three guys falling all over each other.
Coach Manfredi not happy with it as he is saying that Kiefer never had full control of the ball.
No, he's as far as you can get to center court.
Yeah, he was heated. Well, we'll pause here in the booth. It is a 1-point game with 3 minutes to go. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, they help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish to ultimately help them earn scholarship opportunities. Recruiting Boost does not rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, they have direct contacts with college coaches all across the country via calls, text, and social media. You can contact them today at recruitingboostexposure.com. You can also find them on social media, Twitter and Instagram, at Recruiting Boost.
So real quick before they hop into it, both teams really close on fouls too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really can't ask for much better of a game.
4 team fouls for the Wildcats, 5 for the Knights.
Great pass from Capo.
Tibbetts sends a floater right through the net.
Tibbetts has got the last 8 points for the Knights.
Extends the lead to 3.
As quickly as you said Franklin was in control, here come the Knights.
Evans picks his dribble, has right cutting back door, sends it up top. Look at the ball movement, results in an open 3 off the mark, but Green gets his offensive rebound, sends it back up top. Wright barrels his way inside. What a pass from Davion Wright. His eye is doing just fine. Look at that vision.
The ball did not stop moving there. 5 different Wildcats touched that ball, got the easy 2.
Coach Manfredi, I could hear it through the headset. He wants the push-off called on Capo.
He's been doing that most of the game. Hasn't been called. Credit to the refs. They've been keeping it pretty consistent.
Here's Capo, spins, goes up with the right hand, falls short, and a blocking foul is called, and Coach Manfredi just turns in disgust with the call.
Well, this is where Capo's going to make his proverbial money if you're paying high school kids here. This is where he's going to show his size and his power down low. He's had that same spin move most of the game, and it still has not been defended well.
Capo at the line, shooting 2. His team up by 1. First free throw is off the back of the rim.
I briefly mentioned at the beginning of the game, missed opportunities are going to be key in this game. Franklin missed a bunch of those field goals early in the game. This could be the bugaboo for Los Lomas here late.
And the second one is good. 1 possession game. A chance to tie or take the lead for the Wildcats.
Both teams tied on fouls. We're going to get a timeout here, a 30-second one from Franklin.
We'll see what Coach Manfredi draws up in the huddle as his team is down by 2.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches through calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today.
This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition. And practice timing created by coaches for coaches. And we'd also like to thank Recruiting Boost, Athletic College Placement Services, and the Maher Law Group. Inbounds goes to Evans. Wildcats down by 2. Hands it off to Blackman. Backdoor cut from Wright. Finds Green. Green out to Blackman again. His floater is good. Oh my.
Sweet little floater a la Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Ties this one up. I hate to say it, but we got a dandy in here.
We do got a dandy.
A minute to play, tied. Both teams, same fouls. You gotta love this one, Chris.
Capo gets inside, finds Lindsay, a big three on the way! He knocks it down!
What a shot by Lindsay with the pressure in his face. Under a minute to play, huge three for Lomas.
He's got ice running through those veins. Here's Roberts at the high post. He goes inside, off the glass, can't get it to go, tipped around right to Blackman.
Oh! It's going to stay Franklin ball there. A little bit of confusion on the court.
Yeah, it looked like maybe it was like an inverted whistle or something. We'll take another look at that big three, though, from the Knights to go up by 3, 53-50 with 38 seconds left. Timeout on the floor.
Yeah, Lindsay was able to. Oh.
Need an aggressive and persuasive criminal defense attorney in Contra Costa, Solano, or Napa County? Contact Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law. You can benefit from the dedicated advocacy of an attorney who's one of the rare criminal trial lawyers in the state to be a specialist certified by the California State Bar. Contact him at 707-427-2800. 707-427-2800. Vincent R. Maher at the Maher Law Group, a professional corporation.
And this broadcast is brought to you in part by the Maher Law Group, as well as Straight Sports. Custom uniforms, you can go to str8sports.com for more. And Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shakes ever.
You know, I hate to say it, we still got 38 seconds left to play. Lots of game left. Anybody's game still. We got a great one coming up with Vanden and College Park next. And after that, we got St. Joseph's Notre Dame against Clovis East to wrap up our action today. Well, I'm already out of breath. We've got 5 games.
A wonderful day for basketball here on NorCal Sports TV.
Yeah, I think I can put 2 more down.
Chris English on the call with Alex Tasker.
Let's see what Manfredi drew up there. Oh, that one got kicked.
And we'll go right back to right. Take 2. As we'll take you through the final 38 seconds of this nail-biter. And again, another kicked ball, which brings up a funny story. When I was playing high school basketball my junior year, that happened 2 times in a row, and the ref actually gave us a technical on the third one.
Really?
We were in a 2-3 zone, yeah.
Oh, he tried it again.
Here's Roberts in the post.
You can't tease it.
On the ground, foul is called. Dom Barker. I think with the kicked ball thing, if the ref feels that it is an intentional act and it's a repetitive act, he'll tee you up. And
see, I was watching that. I'm like, I kind of wanted it to happen now.
Yeah,
You're teasing me now, Chris.
Inbounds finds its way to Green. Shot clock has been turned off. Evans gets inside, a wild lip, put back by Roberts, tips it around. Blackman comes up with it and he puts it in. It's a 1-point game. Precious seconds ticking away.
Franklin's got to get a stop here.
And Capo calls a timeout on the inbounds, avoiding a 5-second violation. 13.1 seconds left to play. The Knights on top of the Wildcats, 53-52.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches through calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today.
This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by Subway, Max Preps, Pepsi, Presto Sports, Seadrills, Huddle, and Chris Cut Fades. 13.1 seconds left to play. It is a 1-point game.
And if you're a basketball fan, you couldn't ask for much more from this game. Defensive prowess, huge shot making, great ball movement. There's been injury drama. I mean, this is a soap opera playing out right in front of our eyes.
The injured player comes back onto the floor and has just been making plays left and right. Davion Wright, that is, knocking down shots, making beautiful passes, threading the needle out there.
You know, you bring up the part about the injured player coming back. You bring up a story. I have a story. I went and saw the Harlem Globetrotters at the old Arco Arena, and that was part of their storyline. As the star player went out in the third quarter, here comes the hero in the fourth quarter. The Globetrotters, they're not, but this is still a heck of a game today.
Kiefer on the inbounds. Able to get it in, and a quick foul is called. As Dustin Marcourt was able to get into a passing lane for Kiefer, and now it's going to be Kiefer inbounding in front of the Wildcat bench.
Franklin needs a stop or a foul quickly here. You don't have time to mess around.
So here we go. Kiefer gets it into Capo right away.
There's the foul.
8.6 on the clock.
And who's going to be going to the line? Is it, I think it is Capo, yes.
Yep, Capo. Big pressure free throws.
Wildcats on the edge of their seats there on the bench, as well as the Los Lomas Knights now. I believe it was Sir Alex Ferguson of Manchester United fame that called it squeaky bum time.
There we go.
You got the 4 players back there defensively. All right, there's the ball.
Knocks down the first.
Here's the big one.
Trying to extend this to a 3-point ball game with just about 8.5 seconds left to go, and he does just that. Here's Evans. Crosses half court and is fouled by Lindsay.
Chris, at what point, now that you got the foul, at what point do you try to go for the 3? Do you get a quick 2? Well, he's going to the line here.
An interesting strategy here from the Knights, as they're going to play the free throw for free throw game, not letting the Wildcats get a chance for a 3-pointer. And Evans calmly knocks down the first. And a timeout is called, as it is a 2-point game with 5.5 seconds to play. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, they help prospective student-athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish to ultimately help them earn scholarship opportunities. Recruiting Boost does not rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, they have direct contacts with college coaches all across the country via calls, text, and social media. You can contact them today at recruitingboostexposure.com, and you can also find them on Twitter and Instagram. That's at Recruiting Boost. 5.5 seconds left to play. Alex, if you're at the free throw line in the situation, you're trying to make it, or are you trying to intentionally miss to get the ball back?
I try to make it, but it always misses anyways, so I called it an intentional miss. But right here, I think you got to try to go for the make.
And that's what Evans does, and he knocks it down.
Calmly
it's a 1-point game. Kiefer to inbounds.
Need a quick stop or a foul.
They get it into Capo. Straddles
the ball.
He's out. The Wildcats have possession.
They get the stop. Hold on, there'll be a conference. Oh, they're gonna give it to Lomas.
And so the ref changes the call. after a brief conference.
This crowd doesn't like that one.
And so now with 3.8 seconds, Kiefer will inbounds. His team up by 1.
That might leave a foul taste in the mouth of this one.
Kiefer to Capo. He is quickly fouled by Evans with just about 2.5 seconds left.
Foul call number 11, Javon Evans. Fourth foul.
Capo at the free throw line.
21.
Well played game from both teams here today.
The first free throw is knocked in. And Capo converts, 2 for 2, 3-point game.
Timeout.
All right, here's where we got to go for 3.
Yep.
Let's see what Freddie can draw up.
Need an aggressive and persuasive criminal defense attorney in Contra Costa, Solano, or Napa County? Contact Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law. You can benefit from the dedicated advocacy of an attorney who's one of the rare criminal trial lawyers in the state to be a specialist certified by the California State Bar. Contact him at 707-427-2800. 707-427-2800. Vincent R. Maher at the Maher Law Group, a professional corporation.
This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition. And practice timing, created by coaches for coaches. And recruiting boost, athletic college placement services. 2.6 seconds left. Wildcats with possession. They have to go 94 feet, the full length of the court.
2.5 to go, 94 feet.
Mishandled from Evans and the ref.
Your heart kind of stops as a player. They're like, ref, help.
Evans flings it down. Johnson
Too high.
can't come up with it. Turnover.
And that could be all she wrote there.
Could be, but with the way this defense has been locking up the Knights, who knows? We may have a 5-second violation in store with the way this game's gone.
Gotta love it.
Kiefer to inbounds. Quickly gets it in, and a foul is called.
1.4 here. Make one of them. Well,
pretty much
you
over.
get a 4-point play,
Yeah.
but, you know, you have nothing to hang your head on if you're Franklin either. You played from behind most of the game. You take the lead. You had a sweltering defense.
And the first free throw is good, and this game is effectively over. This is one of those situations where you're up by 4, there's a second and a half left. If I'm the coach, I'm just calling all my guys back on their side of the floor. Nothing can happen.
There's 5. Here's the inbound.
And Wright flings one from 3/4 court off the mark. And the Knights come away with the win, 59-54. This game was back and forth. It was quite the game.
That's everything you love if you're a basketball fan there. Again, great defense, great ball movement on offense, back and forth. Here comes the traditional handshakes at the end of the game. I know, for my player of the game there, I think I got to go with Casey Capo.
Yeah, I agree. He was clearly the focal point on this team, what seemed like offensive and defensively, and he played a heck of a game.
You know, we brought it up earlier in the game, the basketball IQ he has out there. He was yelling at his teammates, know the clock. He knew how many fouls there were to give. He seemed just to be ahead of the Franklin Wildcats, you know, a second before they touched the ball.
Yeah, he played just lights out, start to finish, and tip of the cap to the Knights for coming away with the 5-point win.
Absolutely.
It was a thrilling game from start to finish, but the Knights come away with the win, 59-54.
As they do the awards here, we'd like to remind you we got another game coming up. Bandon High takes on College Park. Stay tuned to NorCal Sports TV to watch that one. Chris, we'll see you over there.
Awesome. We'll see you.
And the Player of the Game award will go to number 11, Javon Evans. Javon has 17 points and 3 rebounds. Thank you very much. All right, for the Las Lomas Knights, the Coaches Award will go to number 21, Dom Parker. And the Player of the Game award will go to number 33, Casey Capo. He had a double-double with 18 points and 12 rebounds. Good game, you guys. Thank you very much. We now may resume